keeping our audience participation going, we're going to be doing another poll. We're transitioning into the next topic, which is going to be selecting learning activities, trying to bring our lessons to life and engaging those that we teach. And in order to do that, I thought it would be good to get an idea of just who it is that you'll be teaching. So, Nick, tell us about this next poll.
All right, Joe, thank you very much. This question, what grade level will you be teaching? A for pre-kindergarten, B for your primary grades 1 through 3, C for the intermediate grades 4 through 6. Junior high is grades 7 and 8. That's B on your answer sheet there. E is high school, and F is for adults. Joe, it looks like we have some good participation already.
Excellent. Let's begin talking about the notion of different learning activities, and we'll post those results in just a second. You've heard the saying before, variety is the spice of life. Well, to paraphrase that, variety is the spice of catechesis. I think it's very important for us as catechists to bring in a lot of variety into our sessions. Remember, we're not trying to do too much, but we're trying to come at the main ideas in a variety of different ways. I'd like to think of it as though when you're going to the hardware store to buy some paint, to paint a room in your house, and you come face to face with probably a floor-to-ceiling display of all those gazillion shades of colors that are available. Well, I really think that as catechists, we have all of those shades of colors available to us as well. We have a lot of variety. Well, before we start talking about some of those, let's take a look at these poll results. So, Nick, tell us what we got.
All right, Joe, we have two very close answers at the top of the heap at 29 and 30%. Our primary grades 1 through 3, and then our next step, the intermediate grades at 4 through 6. And then we have it pretty close between the junior high and the adults, and then the high school and the pre-K groups are kind of the lower end of our attendees, but we have a real nice mix here tonight, Joe.
That's great. I'm also excited to see 10% of our attendees as adult catechists, and I'm doing my best to make sure we're addressing adult concerns as well. A lot of this can be applied to all age groups. I myself fall in the junior high category, teach 8th grade, and often people say, Joe, I admire you for teaching those junior high kids. Well, I turn around and say, well, if you're teaching pre-K or primary, I admire you. I could not teach those little ones. I don't know how you do it. So God bless you. Let's get back to this notion of the activities that we need to bring into our sessions to engage the young people or the adults that we are teaching. The longer you teach, the more options that you're going to come to recognize and grow comfortable with. As a new catechist, you may feel a little bit more stilted at first. However, you may also be bringing some new and fresh ideas. So it's important that when we look at the age level we're teaching, that we find activities that really fit. Now, all too often, the problem is that as catechists, we sometimes will lock ourselves into what I can call a very bland color scheme. In other words, all we do is read from the book, and we have our learners reading from the book. Well, if you see the look on the face of this young lady, she looks bored, and we often hear that, unfortunately, from kids in religious ed. It's boring. Well, I'm not saying that we have to entertain. We're not there to entertain those that we teach, but we are there to engage them. So that's the important E word that we need, not entertain, but engage. And the key to that is that we need to not only read from the book, but to also get off the page and bring in some variety and that reinforces what we're learning on the page. So I like to encourage people to read from the book, get off the page and do an activity. Get back to the book and read a little bit, then get back off the page with another activity. The goal is to have a variety of activities, but all of them reinforcing your big idea. So you create the illusion that you're teaching a lot of different things, but you're really only teaching one thing, one big idea, but coming at it from a variety of ways.